So welcome back. Now we are going to represent a truth table on a Karnaugh map. So we'll see what is it, how to construct a truth table first, and based on the truth table, how you're going to construct a Karnaugh map. So for having a truth table, we are having 4 variables here. These are called Boolean variables. So for these Boolean variables, when they are 4 in number, when n is equal to 4, we will be having the representation from 0 to 2 power n minus 1, which means 0 to 2 power 4 minus 1, which is 0 to 15. So these are the general representation: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Right? So now there are 16 operations are there in this truth table. And now we are going to see what are the possible representation, binary representation there. So you can see 0, 0, 0, 0 for 0, and for 1 it is 0, 0, 0, 1, and for 2 it is 0, 0, 1, 0, and for 3, because you can say that this is a format of 1, 2, 4, 8. So in order to get 3, if you put 2 ones over 1 and 1, you will get 3. So the otherwise you are going to represent with zeros. So in the same way, 0, 1, 0, 0, and for 5 it is. So you can see that for 4 and 1, if you put ones, then you can have a binary representation for that. So it is 1, 0, 1, and then for 6 it is 0, 1, 1, 0, because 4 and 2 you are going to get 6, and 0, triple 1, and then for 8 it is 1, triple 0, and for 9 it is 1, 0, 0, 1, and for 10 it is 8 plus 2, right? So 1, 0, 1, 0, and for 11 it is 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, and then for 12 it is 1, 1, 0, 0, and for 13 it is 1, 1, 0, 1, and for 14 it is 1, 1, 1, 0, and finally for 15 it is 1, 1, 1, 1. So now we have a truth table for a particular 4-bit Boolean function, right? So now here we are having Boolean variables where 0 and 1 are the representations of this. So 0 is in complement form and 1 is in uncomplement form. This is for SOP. When you are considering POS, that is product of some form, then it is reverse, right? So 1 is represented in complement form and 0 is represented in uncomplement form, right? So now based on this particular truth table, you are going to design a Karnaugh map. For this particular operation, you will be having an output. So for that output, we are going to have another column. For output, that we are going to have another column, and we generally represent this output by y. Okay, so y. So for this particular operation, for the binary operation 0, you may have something like 1 as an output, and 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, and 1. So this is how he is going to give an output, right? Output. So based on this particular truth table with the input binary value as well as output, you are going to construct a Karnaugh map. So how to construct a Karnaugh map? First, how many Boolean variables are there? You have to find out. So Boolean variables are 4 in number. So you have to take 4 variable Karnaugh map. So how to construct a 4 variable Karnaugh map? So you are going to construct a 4 variable Karnaugh map in such a way that A, B, C, D, in which A is the most significant bit and D is the least significant bit. So here you can see A is the most significant bit and D is the least significant bit. So based on that, you are going to construct a Karnaugh map, 4 variable Karnaugh map, in such a way that it is going to have 16 cells. As all the 16 operations you can apply to the Karnaugh map. Are you getting it? So how you are going to construct a Karnaugh map? First you have to check how many Boolean variables are there. So 4 Boolean variables are there. So 4 variable Karnaugh map you have constructed. 4 variable Karnaugh map, and this 4 variable Karnaugh map is A, B, C, D, and you can have something like here it is represented with 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, and 1, 0. This is how you are going to form a gray code sequence. In the same way, even for the column wise, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, and 1, 0. So row and column are ready. So this is how you are going to construct a 4 variable Karnaugh map. So based on that, now you see this 0, 0, 0, 0, what is the output? That is 1. But first of all, you have to have the positions of this Karnaugh map, all the 16 cells, where you are going to represent it. So you can see here, this particular Karnaugh map, 0, 0, 0, 0, you are marking this as 0, and this is going to be the first cell of the 4 variable Karnaugh map, right? So now based on 0 0 0 0 it is 0, so 0 0 0 1 it is 1, and 0 0 1 0 it is 2, and then 0 0 1 1 is 3. So you make a note that it starts with 0 1 and 2 and 3. In the same way, now 0 1 0 0 that will be 4, and 0 1 0 1 that will be 5, and then 6 0 1 1 0 will be 6, and then 7. So this is how you are going to place positions, right? Now for the 8th cell, can you guess where you have to place the 8th cell? Just pause this video and just find out where you have to put the location 8 in this Karnaugh map, right? So now coming to 8th location, you can see here 1 0 0 0 this is 8th position, and then this is 9th position, and then this is 10th position and 11th position, and you can see here 1 1 0 0 it is 12. So this is 12th position, 13, 14 and 15. So this is how 4 variable Karnaugh map is visualized. Okay, I repeat, 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 and 15. So this is how you are going to construct a 4 variable Karnaugh map. Now coming to the output values. So for 0, that is 0 0 0 0 it is 1. So 0 0 0 0 which is the position 0, we are going to place 1. Are you getting it? So here we are going to place 1 because we are following sum of product form. So this particular truth table, I am going to generate the SOP form. So we will take 1 for the particular 0, that is 1, and next for 1 it is 0. So you are going to place the output value in the Karnaugh map. So for 2 it is 0, and for 3 it is 1, and for 4 it is 1, and for 5 it is 1, and for 6 it is 0, and for 7 it is 0. So you understood how to place these zeros and ones, which are generally called it as high, low, true, false, right? So this is how you are going to represent all zeros and ones. And now for the 12th, we'll see 9. So I think 8 we have completed. Okay, 8 it is 0, and 9 it is 1, and then 10 it is 1, and then 11, right? 11 it is 0, and 12 it is 0, and 13 it is 0, and 14 and 15 you are going to have 1. So this is how you are going to place the values on the Karnaugh map, right? So on this Karnaugh map, whenever the values of 1 and zeros are placed, whenever the values of zeros and ones are placed, now the second step is finding out how many groups that you can form from this particular Karnaugh map. So this is how you are going to expand the expression from this Karnaugh map, right? So you can see here which can have a pair, right? So we'll see that which is having a pair. So you can see here, first identify how many isolated ones are there. So here you can see this particular one cannot have any adjacency 1. So here this one cannot have adjacency 1 here, adjacency 1 here, adjacency 1 here, or the above, which is the down part, because Karnaugh map can be rolled from left to right as well as top to bottom. So you can see this is an isolated one. In the same way, check for any other isolated ones are there. Here this is an isolated one. So this is an isolated one, and this is an isolated one. And finally, you can see here that you can construct a pair of ones here with these two as pair of ones. This is one pair, and this is another pair. In the same way, here also you can have these two as one pair, and these two has one pair. Now tell me how many isolated ones are there. So isolated ones are 2 in number, right? So these two are, which is marked in star, are isolated ones. And how many pairs are there? So pairs you can check here. There are 1, 2, 3 and 4. So 4 pairs are there. So pairs are 4 in number, right? Pairs are 4 in number. So for this particular thing, you are going to expand the expression. So how you are going to write this is something like f of a comma b comma c comma d is equal to, you are going to write down the expression. You can also represent it as f of a, b, c, d, or with y, okay, letter y. So these both deals with the function. And now you see this particular isolated ones, this isolated one is having row and column as A bar, B bar, and then C, D, because here you can see for this isolated one, that is 0, 0, that is representation of A bar, B bar, and then 1, 1 is C, D. Okay, so that is the first expression for the first isolated one, and the second isolated one you can see here, this is a star mark. So for this isolated one you can see A, B bar, and then so A, B bar, and then C bar, D, C bar, D. So this is for the next isolated one, and then when you are taking care about the pairs, pair of ones, you see, so this first pair you are going to check over here, and you can see that for this particular pair of ones, the common literal means it may be a complemented or uncomplemented variable, something like A bar. So A is a variable and literals are A and A bar. Okay, and now coming to this particular first pair, particular pair, so you can have this particular common as A bar, and then for this column is same, so C bar, D bar, and then plus you can see another pair here that is having common row, that is A bar, B, and then for this column wise you can compare which of the literal is common, that is C bar is common, so C bar. And now coming to the this particular pair, so this particular pair is having B as common, and then you can check over here that these two are common, that is C and D bar, and then finally you will have this pair, that is 15th and 14th cell together, that is 1, 1. So here you can see this is common, so it is AB followed by the C, right? So this is the final expression that you are going to derive from the given truth table. So this is how you are going to construct a Karnaugh map and deriving the expression which is in sum of product form from the truth table that is given. So these are called min terms. So how many min terms are there in this particular expression? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 min terms are there. So this is how you are going to derive a expression. So hope everything is clear, right? Thank you.